What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Neil Henderson here from Clearview Plastics in Sacramento, California, and today I want to give you a walkthrough on our latest enclosure that we've developed for a brand new 3D printer on the market called the Bambu Lab A2L. Check this out, guys. So now I actually want to give you a little bit more of a walkthrough on this enclosure in and of itself. So with this enclosure, this is kind of a open gantry design that we've developed for a wide variety of these style 3D printers of the bed slinger style. And so the main idea here is we've got really healthy and wide front access with this front door. You can see that there's actually no framing here, and it goes all the way up, and that gives you lots of space to work on the printer, to remove your prints, and what we want for our enclosures is for them to work with your workflow, not against your workflow. But first I want to cover the main reasons that we want to enclose a 3D printer in the first place. And so when we're enclosing a printer, the reasons that we want to do it are basically for environmental control, for a better printing environment. We also want to contain fumes and VOCs that are a byproduct of the 3D printing process. And then lastly, we want to isolate sounds and just make it a better printing experience inside of your workspace as well. So next up is that we are enclosing our 3D printer because we want to contain fumes and VOCs and particulate that are a byproduct of the 3D printing process. And what I can tell you is that we have a huge user base of very skilled people that firmly believe that the fumes, VOCs, and microplastic particulate that happen from the 3D printing process is not very desirable for a workspace or a living space. And so that is a huge reason that we're enclosing these 3D printers. And then with our enclosures, we also offer a few filtration methods to help us even clean things up just a little bit more. The enclosure is good for containing the fumes, but then we also need to mitigate the fumes. And so on the back here, you can see that we have a fan back there, and that's mounted to our exhaust filter that is HEPA grade with charcoal impregnation to help with the fumes and to help catch the particulate on the way out. That's also paired with our intake filter on the side here to ensure that we have a nice negative pressure on the inside of the enclosure, and it gives us a little bit of air circulation through the printer. That's ideal for PLA, PETG, TPU, and other lower temperature filaments. The other filter that we also have mounted right up on back is our recirculating filter. Our recirculating filter is a HEPA filter going in, and then there's charcoal media built onto the inside that helps to reduce the fumes that happen from 3D printing. This one, by recirculating the air inside the enclosure, is ideal for higher temperature rated filaments like ABS, ASA, and it can also be handy for PETG as well. A third option that we also have developed here for mitigating the fumes is also a window exhaust kit. So our window exhaust kit can connect up to one of the exhaust ports on the back panel there in replacement of one of the fans, and with that it allows you to connect a 4-inch exhaust hose and get it to a window so that you can exhaust fumes outside. That's actually probably the best kind of bang for the buck with highest assurance that you are getting rid of the fumes, VOCs, and particulate that are happening from the 3D printing process. As you can see on the back of the printer here, we've got our wires coming in through this TPU printed wire grommet, and the fans are plugged in with a super easy dummy proof barrel connector that is really easy to connect, and that comes with a speed control style power supply, and the fan that is on our on our filter is nearly silent, so it really won't disturb like your workspace. The last thing that we also have on here is our extension cable for the AMS light that plugs directly into the back. This gives us a little bit of extra length to ensure that we can reach that plug there, and we can include that with the enclosure as well. So as far as working with an AMS unit and the stock spool holder, you can see we've got filament ports set up on the side and then up on top right there as well. Along with, there's actually a additional clamping mechanism like a clamping anchor that we can use for the spool holder right up on top to make it an easy feed. And so with this size enclosure, we prefer to have the AMS feed from the side. It is achievable up on top, but do expect that a fully loaded AMS, you're going to have sag on the top panel if you put that weight on there. And especially if you're trying to run multiple AMS units, I would feed them from the side rather than the back. Some of the optional features that this enclosure is showing are going to be our heavy-duty hardware kit, which upgrades the hinges to be metal hinges. It also upgrades the screw and bolt type to a nice hex head style instead of a smaller Phillips style screw. And then it also gives us metal door pulls as well. Also, we went through the filters, but we've got our intake filter here that introduces fresh air into the enclosure. We've got our recirculating filter that is good for higher temp filaments like ABS, ASA, and other hot filaments. And then we've got our exhaust filter back there that is a good pairing with the intake filter for PLA, TPU, and PETG. And then the last option that we have installed on this is our 6th base panel. The 6th base panel is ideal for some people just prefer to have the whole printer enclosed. The typical configuration is a set over 5-panel design without the 6th base panel. Technically, the tabletop acts as a 6th base panel, so it's not exactly necessary, but the reason that some people prefer to include the 6th base panel is they would like to further seal the enclosure along the seams, either using like a tape or a silicone caulk to help to confine or to help isolate the fumes even further. So I want to give you a good idea of exactly what you'll get when you order one of our enclosure kits. There's 3 components to the enclosure kit. The first part is the panels that you choose. The second part is the hardware. And the third part is the printed parts kit. Now we include the panels and the hardware that you'll need for assembly. The printed parts kit, you can elect to have us print it or you can print it yourself. And that is the third part, necessity part for assembling this enclosure. And of course we have other options that you'll see on the product listing that you can choose to include as well. Typical assembly and setup time for our enclosures is, call it between 60 minutes to 120 minutes to get your printer fully set up and inside. So with all that said, we work with a wide variety of clientele, from hobbyists to professionals, from institutions, schools, and Fortune 500 companies. So if you have any questions about our enclosures, head on over to our website. It's clearviewplastic.com, and you can see the enclosures that we make for the Bambu A2L, along with many other 3D printers, laser engravers, resin printers, UV printers, and many other desktop machinery. We also do custom enclosures, so if we don't build an enclosure for a machine that you need covered, reach out to us at contact@clearviewplastic.com.